Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team Buyer and Seller Seminar. This time we are talking about title, and this time I have Kristine Kaplan, otherwise known as KP, from Simplicity or Agility Title here in Keller Williams Metropolitan, Morristown, New Jersey, 44 Whippany Road, like I said, here in Morristown, right next to the Frelinghuysen Arboretum. KP, thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you for having me, John.
So let's get into it real quick. Sure. Just the basic question: what is title insurance, and why do people need it here in New Jersey?
Okay, so title insurance is what is going to protect you and your ownership interest in your property. So when you think of other insurances such as health insurance, car insurance, that is something that is protecting you from something that might happen in the future, okay, where title insurance is protecting you from what has already happened in the past.
Okay.
So we are ensuring that the prior owners or anybody have cleared any liens, mortgages, encumbrances on the property, so that when you take ownership of the property, none of those things are following you with the property.
That's why when we say we're closing on a real estate transaction, you need clear title.
Correct. That
means getting rid of all of those liens and everything else. So what is your role here in the real estate transaction as far as title goes?
Sure. So title is not only searching the property records with the county and the state to make sure there's no judgments or mortgages or anything that needs to be cleared up before you get to the closing table, but they're also the escrow agent in most cases, okay, where they are taking the funds from the buyer and the lender and dispersing to all parties, which is an extremely important part of the transaction.
Okay, now also something very important, title companies usually have a relationship with attorneys. Is that correct? Talk
Correct.
About that.
Yes. So typically your attorney will order title for you once you're at that point in the transaction. However, it is the buyer's right to choose. It is their insurance that they're buying. So they have the right always in every transaction to talk to title companies, see what their value propositions are, and choose that title company for themselves.
Okay. Now, something pops up on the title. What? Mm-hmm. How do you clear it? What's that process?
So, of course, it depends on what it is that pops up. If it's a judgment against the seller, then we want to make sure that that judgment is paid at closing, mm-hmm, or we, of course, need proof that it was already paid, and we will record a discharge to get it off the records.
Okay.
If it's a mortgage, we're paying that at closing. Tax liens are something that come up a lot, and we handle that in the sense that we go directly to the town, get the payoffs, and all of that.
Okay, so this is obviously really, really huge and really important here in the state of New Jersey, which, mm-hmm, obviously title insurance is not mandatory in this state. Am I correct on that?
It is not mandatory, correct. Okay. So your typically your lender will require title insurance. They want to make sure that they're getting that first lien position in the event of a foreclosure or anything like that. They want to get paid first.
Of course.
The owner's policy, however, is always listed in a separate section,
okay,
which says optional. However, of course, it is in your best interest to make sure that you are protected along with the lender. And you are only paying for that owner's insurance one time, and it lasts for the life of you owning the property.
Excellent. So, KP, how do they get in touch with you over at Simplicity Title?
Sure. So the best way to reach me is always my cell phone, 908-797-4952. Or you can email me at Kristine@simplicitytitle.com.
Awesome. KP, thank you so much for joining me. I am John Hadorovich with the Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team here at Keller Williams Metropolitan. Of course, 973-615-1567 is our cell phone number. You can reach us there, or you can email me, Hadorovich, JHODOROVYCH @KW.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the Crawford Lorenzo Home Selling Team Buyer and Sellers Seminar.
Thank you.